Hey, what's going on? So, I am not going to be here a long time. Um, so, some of you may catch this right when I'm coming to an end. But instead of writing this out, I just wanted to come and share this with you, and then I'm done for uh, right now. Just a thought that came to me. Somebody asked me to look at something, and so I've been studying it to make sure I'm in right uh, interpretation of the word. Um, but while I was, doing that, a thought came to me, and it had nothing to do with what I was studying. But I want to share this with you, and that is, don't let your past dictate your future. If you are watching me now, if you're watching a replay, write in the comment section. I will not allow my past to dictate my future. So, with that being said, many of us have come through so many different challenges, experiences, mistakes, um, mishaps, errors, transgressions. Um, some even have records in the court system. And sometimes when we have made so many different mistakes, we've transgressed along the way. We have went down wrong roads. We sometimes feel within ourselves um, that I cannot move further because of the mistakes I've made in the past. I want you to say to yourself, I will not allow my past to dictate my future. Um, because a lot of times, hey, what's going on? Um, a lot of times, what happens is we get so caught up in what we did when we live in the past, we live in guilt, we live in shame, we live in humiliation, we live in regret. And you cannot keep living in regret. You cannot keep living in guilt. You cannot keep living in shame. Yes, everybody knows what was done. Everybody know what you did. Everybody know what you said. For some people, it was an exposure. For some people, it was a legal matter. For some people, you just got caught up in some things that you should have never got caught up in. And you're trying to live. The expression is said, keep your head above water. I told a young person not too long ago, not only do I want you to keep your head above water, but I want you to keep your body above water. And so, because a lot of time when we're dealing with different issues and we're dealing with, different things or whatnot, we fail to keep moving and we keep looking at our past. And if you keep looking backwards, you'll never see what's coming forward. If you keep looking back at what you did, you'll never see. Now, even though I'm looking this way, right, I can see what's to the left of me. All right. I can see what's to the left of me from the angle that I'm talking to you. In my peripheral, I can see there's something on the side. But if I keep turning my head, I'm going to see what's right in front of me. And so many of you have side vision. You got a glance of what's over, but you keep looking back. You got a glance of what's over, but you keep looking back. You got to look forward. You have to look forward and not allow your past to dictate your future. Some people will say you'll never amount to anything. Some people will say you'll never make it. Some people will say you've been a screw up all your life. You're never going to amount to anything. You've been an alcoholic. You've been a weed head. You've been all of these things. You have too many babies. You got too many baby mamas, too many baby daddies. You out of one relationship to another. There's nothing about you that's consistent, right? Out that's positively consistent. So I want to encourage you, don't allow what's in your past to dictate your future. Let your past be the thing like the surfers. I watch a surfer run to the wave, run from the ground or the beach area, the sandy area, and run to the ground. And when he ran to the water from the ground, he was able to watch this jump on the wave. Somebody else trying to jump on the same wave, but they didn't have the skill that he had to jump on that wave. He had to not go by what happened in his past. He had to learn how to move from where he was to jump on the wave and glide on the wave. Though the waters was coming over him, he didn't allow what was coming over him to overtake him. And so that's why I want to encourage you this night. Don't allow your past. Don't let your past dictate your future. Don't let your mistakes. Don't let people's words over your life and, oh, you're this and you're that, and I don't know why you think. Don't let nobody tell you that. Let me say this. The other day, Bishop J. Jushir was preaching, and I said, well, I may preach that, because when he was talking about Rahab, he said, when rehab, he said, well, I mean, Rahab. Can I tell somebody in my clothes? Some of you need to realize you're going from a Rahab to a rehab. You're going from a Rahab to a rehab. They're going to remember you for what you did, but they're going to be blessed by who you are. That's it. That's all I want to say. Keep pressing. Keep going. Had Rahab not continued to be who she was, she would have never been able to meet somebody named Salmon, and Salmon produced a child, right, named Boaz, and Boaz produced a child with Ruth, who was named Obed, and Obed produced Jesse, and Jesse had a David, and David had a Solomon. Out of that genealogy came Jesus. So you never know. If her past would have been in the past, she would never went to where she would have gone. If Apostle Paul would have just allowed his past to be his past, guess what? He would have never wrote 2/3 of the New Testament. Do you get what I'm telling you? There are people who have come from a very interesting past, and so they feel they can't move further because of that. But don't let your past tell you what you cannot become. Don't let your past tell you you can't be great. You can't be powerful. Judge Mathis lived a horrible life, was in jail, but look at him. He became a judge. So don't let your past dictate your future. That's all I want to say. Y'all have a good night. If y'all don't have a church to go to church. New Haven Church of God in Christ is open 11 o'clock, 7426 South Hoover on the corner, 75th and Hoover. That's all I want to say. I'm done. I know y'all shout, but I'm out. Have a good one. Good night.